Jesus Christ. Holy. Hi guys, Alex Peak Performance Reviews. Welcome to another vlog and welcome to another car review video and to an awesome car review video. I have finally got my hands on my first McLaren, and basically what a McLaren it is. I've got a 720S Spider. Like I say, first McLaren I've ever driven, so it's going to be phenomenal. Obviously anyone who follows any form of media will know that this car is insanely fast. I'm going to experience that for myself, which I'm really, really excited to do. I'm going to tell you all the tech specs, everything you need to know about the car, and more importantly, what I think of the car. I know I'm going to love it, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see and get my reaction. And yeah, like I say, if you guys have got any questions for me, hit them up in the comment section at any time. And yeah, be sure to answer me any questions you can think of. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy the video. So yeah, watch on and yeah, see how I get on. So yeah, guys, I have found myself in a McLaren 720S Spider. Yeah, unbelievable. I am like beyond excited for this review and to be giving you this. Like I say, I've been in a few exotic cars, but none quite as exotic as this. This is the internet hero, the internet king at the moment, or certainly one of them to what I know of. The 720S is renowned for being one stupidly quick car now, and it's getting absolutely rave reviews in terms of how quick it is. Obviously, yes, it's been out for a long time, but does it make a new video out from someone more diluted or any different? I shouldn't think so, because just listen to this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jesus. Wow. Wow. This car is an absolute rocket ship. I've said it to someone else. It is not a car, it's a transportation device. This thing covers ground so quick, it is just ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Wow. Okay, so headline figures, obviously a lot of you will know. 720S, 720 signifies its brake horsepower. Now, I'm not going to talk to you too much about anything else other than, you know, things like, you know, how I feel the car makes me feel and how the car actually is. Yeah, first and foremost, on first feel, if you do drive this carefully and you put it in a very basic drive mode or comfort, it feels really, really, yeah, like just soft and comfortable and makes you feel safe. It's only really when you really stomp on the accelerator that it makes you feel a little bit like, oh my God. It's one of those cars that is actually so quick and covers ground so fast that you know you're in something super, super special. The interior quality is absolutely gorgeous. It is really, really high-end materials, nice levers. You can smell the really nice high-end leather. See the lovely real, you know, carbon fiber surrounds, lots of brushed aluminium, proper hard aluminium. Lovely premium stuff. It's not like at the level of like something that's, you know, £1 million or something like that, but it doesn't need to be. It's as focused it's as focused as it needs to be, with the Alcantara suede bits, the carbon fibre, the real brushed aluminiums, and the lovely high grade leather as it needs to be. But beyond that, all that matters is the driving. And let me tell you guys, even straight away going out on this, it just feels super special. The ride is comfortable enough, I think, to go on long journeys, but it is relatively hard. You'll probably sometimes hear my voice coming out a bit vibrato, and in general it is like quite a firm ride, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say it'd be easy to smash, you know, 500 miles or 1,000 miles if you were going on some big non-stop European trip. However, it's comfortable enough to be okay on a fairly long journey, I'd say. And obviously inside you can hear me, so it's obviously not that loud and it's not that crazy and raucous to the extent I can't hear you. So that's, you know, absolutely superb. But let's talk about the driving. And it's just, there is so much different functionality in this car. There's obviously different buttons for putting the aero on, removing the aero, putting active aero on. It just is incredible. There's so many little different buttons, but the touchscreen nav and the touchscreen in general on the left hand side is very, very simple to use and very intuitive as well, which is great. First things first, the sound is epic. Again, like I say, you can change it into different modes, and as you go up the kind of different modes, obviously it can get a little bit more naughty. But what I love out of the factory, as it is standard, I love the whistles you get from the turbochargers. Obviously this is a 4 litre twin turbo charged 720 horsepower engine, rear wheel drive, as it should be, proper driver's car. Steering feel on the kind of normal setting, standard setting, is actually quite light. Not too light, but I would probably have it. I like steering really firm. I would still prefer a little bit firmer than this, but obviously it does change in the different settings and the different modes, which I'll talk to you about in a moment. So yeah, obviously if you press this button, you know, a certain button on the front console, you can kind of turn that turn the face shield that's in front of you, so to speak, or the display into like a race mode, and it just has a simple kind of digital dial. And yeah, like I say, go into the paddles and just enjoy the car, and the car feels insane. Flipping heck, it just feels insane. This car is like, literally, if you've ever been in a insanely modified car, basically, it just feels like that. It's just crazy. But yeah, it's absolutely superb. I mean, I haven't been speaking much about the car. I'm just literally putting my foot down and enjoying it. But the car, it's kind of almost unfathomable as to how I can kind of explain how quick this car is and how fun it is and how much grip there is. But yeah, it's just unreal. It's off the charts. It just covers ground so quick. The brakes are ridiculous. Yeah, when you put it on the different modes, the steering really does become a little bit more stiffer. Everything becomes a little bit more wild, and it just feels insane. Even on the lowest settings, so to speak, it just feels insane how quickly it covers ground. But yeah, the tech spec reads just ridiculous. Like I say, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, top speed of 212 miles an hour if you've got the right road to be able to do that. 720 brake horsepower. Obviously anyone who's in the know will know that they actually dyno a lot more than that, closer to 800. Driving it, you can understand that that is definitely apparent. This car is an absolute rocket ship. 770 Newton meters of torque as well, so brake horsepower and torque figures in spades. It's just absolutely mind-blowing, guys. Like I've always said as well, guys, if there's something I haven't covered and you've got any questions, hit us up in the comment section, because it's always interesting and intriguing to hear from you. But yeah, steering feedback and feel is unbelievable. When you move on and you start getting going and you push it around corners, the feedback really comes back to you, and you can feel it really biting and communicating with those front wheels. But do you know what? Even when you're going for it and you're going 10 tenths in this car, even though the ground you're covering from point A to point B is mind-bending, it never I mean, it makes you feel almost scared because of how violent and quick the acceleration is. But somehow it still looks after you and still makes you feel safe, which I just can't believe, because I know, for example, I drive or I've got an 800 or around an 800 horsepower Mark IV Toyota Supra. The power comes on so violently, and that's on a special top setting. If you put it on that setting, the car is so scary and borderline dangerous. Whereas this is so accomplished at, you know, that level of power, it's just so refined and so cleverly engineered that you still, no matter how much you know the manufacturing process and how the bods at McLaren have worked wonders with this car, and obviously, you know, that extends to their motorsport heritage and their motorsport you know, programs, to where they learn, you know, all of that stuff to bring it on into the cars, the motor vehicles that you and I drive. But it's still mind-bending as to how they still make this somehow work as a car that can do everything so well. Like I say, I'm going over, you know, potholed roads, horrible old speed bumps, and the car just glides over them without too much fuss. Yes, it's relatively stiffly sprung, but obviously it's got clever, you know, electronic dampeners, which you can adjust in the different modes. If you want it to feel super racy, you can make it feel super racy. If you want to make it feel reasonably easy to go to the shops and go around these lumpy, bumpy roads, you can do so as well. And honestly, if you're in the market for a supercar, guys, I mean, I've driven quite a few supercars now, and as an all-round complete package, I have to admit, nothing has come close to this. It's just such a well-rounded package. And the thing I like, and I've always said it, I like two-wheel drive cars. I like dynamic, fun cars with chassis that can be exploited, chassis that, you know, can be, yeah, the car can be played with a little bit. And this chassis, obviously, because it's two-wheel drive, you know, it's got a limited slip angle like kind of controller on here, so you can make it, you know, really naughty and, you know, slip out at the rear, and you can tell it that you want a big angle. It's just so clever and so fun and so intuitive and visceral, and it's just amazing. It's just such an amazing car. And I hope I'm communicating this well to you, but it's so hard to put into words how good this car really is. But it'll spin it up, but it'll look after you, and it'll just all of a sudden just bring that power back in. But it's just a phenomenal beast, guys. Jesus Christ. Holy Jesus. Oh my God, this is not a car. It's a transportation device, guys. This is insane. Jesus. Wow, that is one seriously quick car. Actually, it is really interesting to talk about how well engineered this car is and how it can be used as an everyday car, because like I say, I'm going around these lumpy, bumpy, horrible roads, and it's absorbing all these, you know, nasty ruts and bumps, and it's still really refined and easy to drive as well. So what if we're getting, you know, 10.5 miles per gallon? Of course it's not going to be phenomenal on the old you know, fuel consumption, but let's give it one more go. Let's give it a little belt. What a car, guys. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Yeah, as always, like, share, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.